Yeah. Hey, so now he says in the book he called Leo an omnipotent guru, and he says success is an omnipotent guru. This is where Moses received the Ten Commandments. I've found Moses, the one that his wooden one was carved to model after. And yeah, the whole community's still pooping on me. And yeah, the Brady Bunch, they're too blind to see it. If you look at page 105 in Once Upon a While, he talks about Leo Salazar, who carved the wooden Moses. The Moses is the blaze, where Moses received the Ten Commandments. That is the blaze. The blaze. I mean, it's biblical. How much bigger of a blaze can you have than a biblical blaze? I got Moses up on the mountain at the burning bush. Who did you name your dog after? I didn't name my dog. My son named my dog. It was his dog, and the dog was too hyper and stuff for the kids. So I was asked if I'd take him, and oh yeah, I love that little dog. He's got the door open so he can come in and out as he wants. Yeah, you got it at Lids at a mall in Arlington, Texas. When I was there, when my son got out of the Army, he was there for a while, and I went and visited them for Christmas, and we went to the mall. But Moses, see, I let go of the camera and it's falling on me. I got problems. How could I get it to stay there? Okay, that's staying. So, and it's a good shot where I can open up to the page with Moses. Right there, Moses. And he says right here, it calls him an omnipotent guru. And in September of 16, after I sent Forrest a picture of the rainbow at the place I was at Tired and Weak, the rainbow from Tired and Weak, and he replied to me that he really likes that picture. And a week later, he made the comment on Mysterious Writings that success is an omnipotent guru. I think it was a hint that I was in the right area, and that what I was looking for was Moses. I found Moses on the side of the mountain, not parting the Red Sea. No, he's parting the Rocky Mountains. It's biblical. Yeah. So, do I need to show you Moses again? Let me see. I'll open up a better picture of him, and then I'll switch over to there. Because, you know, this Moses, he's standing on a Columbian mammoth, and just same position, same. I mean, his wooden Moses is modeled after the Moses that I found. They're basically the same thing. His robe is a little wider, is all. And he says, as I watched Leo Salazar carve this 24-inch figure from a freshly cut tree, he assured me that it would be a perfect likeness of Moses, and I believed him. A perfect likeness of this one on the mountain. Who else would throw his arms out like that except to summon the Israelites to lead them out of Egypt and across the Red Sea to Mount Sinai? Okay, so he's talking about Moses. Who else could do this? Who else could lead the fanatics to the treasure? I'm right. I am on to it. If not, I've already solved it. If this is a proxy thing and Moses is the proxy, then I've already got the proxy. And why would he need to leave his car at the Denver Museum unless this is a contest? And the treasure is in the trunk of the car, and it's sitting in probably in Doug Preston's garage, 8.25 miles north of Santa Fe. Yeah, that's where the treasure. It's in his car, but I believe it's the treasure hunt is solely to solve it. And you know, there's all these. He said there's 40. You know, well, you found it, but you found out there's 40 of them, right? Yeah, there's all kinds of targets, but which one's the primary target? And when he hinted that success is an omnipotent guru, he was directly hinting at this paragraph. That's where Moses received the 10 Commandments, Leo said, or quote. That's where Moses received the 10 Commandments, end quote. Leo said, and he spoke like some kind of omnipotent religious guru. His words were fit for lessons at any Sunday school. Now, he said the success is the omnipotent guru. Boom. Moses is the blaze. If you watch the movie, the 10 Commandments, there's a fire that comes down, writes the letters into the tablet, and then cuts the tablets away from the mountain. That's the blaze. I hope I'm not looking for the Lost Ark. But Forrest did that. That's part of his thing. It's an Indiana Jones, totally Indiana Jones all the way. Israel is saying their promised land is... They don't, it's here. This is the birthplace of civilization. The Anubis and the Enki up here are older than the ones in Egypt because these ones have Columbian mammoths that ain't been around for 13,000 years. So, show me the mammoth in Egypt. Where were they? I know they used elephants to help construct them pyramids. How else they moved them blocks? You know, elephants were called giants. You know, maybe they didn't. You know, when did animals actually get their names? When did they acquire their names? Maybe they might not have had another name for an elephant other than an omega or a giant or something. But you know the mammoth tusk in here. That's a hint of the Clovis. People hunting the mammoths, but these ones were mammoth huggers. Oh, it was just before. Yeah, you see the mammoth, and then there's, you know, it's just a couple pages away. And okay, there's some. And then what's he got in there? Things I covet. It's in between the mammoth and Moses. There's only one other page in there, and that's his, the things I covet. Okay? Between the mammoth and Moses. To covet, that's like putting in your will. My granddaughter gets the bracelet, but not until she turns 58, you know? That's you know, the person who figures out who finds Moses gets the treasure. It's in his 35 Plymouth sitting in Doug Preston's garage. That's a theory, you know? No, everybody else looking, all these people, the Brady Bunch and all them, they they're the experts. But they haven't found Moses or the mammoth tusks, the mammoths. I found the mammoths and Moses. Moses is actually standing in between two big 250-foot mammoths. they're huge, and he's standing on top of smaller one. The Anubis I found, you know, when I went out and took pictures and all that, and I found him in the picture, and I, oh man, now I got to find where I took that picture. And I found him, and I was surprised that he was much bigger than he was in the picture. That Anubis thing is from his feet to the top of his head is like 6 feet. It's a big carved Anubis on the wall. And I got a picture of the whole wall, and I was going to print a poster 3 feet by 4 feet so it would have all the details, and you could see you'd be able to see the vortex in his scepter and all that. But success is an omnificent guru. Leo Salazar. There you go. Do 2 more pages. Leo Salazar. 1 more page. Leo Salazar is the omnificent guru who knew where the blaze was, where Moses received the 10 Commandments is the blaze. And that's where the Moses is that was the model. The Moses I found is the model for his wooden Moses. You don't believe me? Somebody ask him. He won't answer that. And if you asked him about me, he'll tell you that I'm the craziest guy he knows. And that only means that I'm crazy as he is and able to think like he did to find the treasure. I've marched right to it. I mean, there's more. This is the main blaze. Moses is the main one, but there are many other blazes on the way there. You follow the signs in the poem. What is your thoughts in the book? Besides the hints, there are clues hidden all over in it. There's you know, like Juana Parker was hinting that you got to see shapes and rocks. You got to do some peyote and see shapes and rocks before you're going to find the treasure. That's what he was, the Quad Chief. So, yeah, and he mentions the peyote church right here. Mentions the peyote church, and there's a cross like in the cemetery picture in The Thrill of the Chase. The cemetery, you know what I mean? So I guess this cross, you know, the guy died quite a while ago, I guess. I don't know if Forrest knew him or when he died. Oh yeah, yeah. He's quite dead. He was married in 1836. Yeah. Okay, but you know that's what I'm saying. You gotta the shapes in the rocks. People, oh, those are imaginary. It's imaginary, just like what people see on peyote. That's you got to experience that psychedelic. What is there? You know, the rocks come alive and they reach out and grab you while you're walking by, or the rock up on top pushes another one off and it lands on your head. You know, but the rocks talk. Anytime you look up at one of them Knights of the Knights of Columbus or whatever not the Knights of Columbus, whatever the Southern thing that was going to rise up after the Civil War, and they supposedly hid treasures all over the place. If you watch the videos of them looking for it, there are signs on trees, blazes on trees, cut into the trees, giving them symbols and signs. And For this, the symbols and signs are the art and nature. Elephants, mammoths, elephants are nature's treasure. He says, even in the chapter, gold and more, treasures. This art in nature is a treasure. They're treasures, and if you can find his treasures, he'll give you title to his gold. The treasure is hidden out there, but he got out there and it was too far to walk, so he just left it in his trunk and made a contract with a lawyer and a good friend, and that thing's secreted away. It's got a covenants on it. Try and get Obama's college records. You can't. You can't get a copy of this record because these people are sworn to secrecy. I really mean your Indian spiritual journey. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Can you walk us through your Knights of the Golden Circle? Yeah, them guys. They got stuff men all over. And you watch, if you watch any of the treasure hunters, Bert Jefferson, he talks, he sees this, he looks for the signs in nature too, because that's how people hid the treasures. They look for what natural thing is going to be here forever that will reference the right location. What the? Oh, there's only 3 comments on there. Like, where's the rest? There aren't any more. Yeah. Oh, there are up there. Besides the hints, what are your thoughts in the book? Can we go through the book parts that stand out for you? Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can go through some. It's funny, Billy, you are on the same page, different areas. We are seeing the same things. Only difference is my special place includes giant serpent that has been beheaded. I got a big, long, my serpent's probably 500 feet long. Okay, I just realized what I said. But that can be taken as fact, too. Well, who did you name your dog? Okay, we got that. That's funny. Okay. So, yeah, the hint for Brown the hint was that there's all these millions of acres of public land, you know. And if you split it all up, everybody would have 2.086 acres. He's hinting about Brown, because Brown, he got himself 3,100 acres of public lands because he had a lot of money. If you got money, you can buy anything you want. You know? So I'm trying to find out if I can get into the real estate title search that was done when the property was sold 5 years ago, and find out if there's some covenants in there, and if there's a 2.086 acres of that waiting for the winner too. There's more than just the treasure. You'd be surprised because there's more than the treasure. There's probably a deed for a piece of that land there. And boy, that would be wonderful to live there. When I drove over that mountain and went down in there the first time when I went in that valley, I said, oh, this is beautiful. I want to live here. And it's, my favorite place on earth. So, that'd be amazing if, that wish back then and something like that happens. But I'm still out here in the shrub brush. Oh, okay. So anything else? What other, So Leo Salazar, he's dead. Two people keep a secret if one of them's dead. Leo knew where the blaze was. The blaze is Moses. I found Moses. And I'm looking up the pictures. And he's standing in between the mammoths, parting the Rocky Mountains. The omnificent guru, Leo Salazar, knew where Moses was and modeled Forrest Fenn's wooden Moses from the rock one that's on the mountain. And I'm scrolling in my thousands of pictures looking for it right now. I got some artistic pictures of him. I'm in that file. So these are ones that I stuck through a thing that colors the picture. But it's all, computer, and the computer didn't put Moses there. He was there before the computer. The picture I showed you earlier, that's a raw picture of Moses. Only the colors turned up a little bit. And then Anubis, he guarded King Tut's treasure, Anubis was guarding King Tut's tomb. And I got Anubis. This is Anubis. And he's from this picture is an area about 6 feet tall. About 6 feet tall, and there's all these people running to him to climb up there. Here's his scepter with the vortex in it. You can see the kind of round. I got closer pictures of that. But, and there's people running to Anubis, the god of the dead. He ushers people, shows them to the stairway to heaven. Basically, you can tie Led Zeppelin into this, There's all those people. Look at them, all excited to go to heaven. Be taken care of by Anubis, and Anubis guards the dead. He watches over the cemeteries. So, here I got a guardian of treasure of the dead and their treasures. I have Moses parting the Rocky Mountains. And the omnificent guru knew where Moses was. The message on mysterious writings in September, I think it was September 11th, major day, 2016, a week after I sent Forrest a picture of Tired and Weak with the rainbow. And that rainbow pointed to the first, it was amazing because it pointed to the first, the Forrest Fenn's totem and the Forrest Fenn waterfall that I have videos on. It pointed right there. But you don't, if you're in the, you go there, you park, you walk over, you walk along, and you don't see it because you're standing on top of it. You have to go down across the creek and look from the other side of the creek to see the totem. You don't see it from the side where you would park and stuff. And that creek, I've gotten across that creek without stepping in the water. So it's not that much of a creek. You can walk across the stones, and there was a big rock in the middle of this part, right by the waterfall. And I just hopped from one rock to the other side. But the other places below Moses, there's a lot more water and stuff. And I don't know. But him having to take his car to the museum tells me that it's a contest, and that treasure chest is in the trunk of that car. And in his will, he's going to say, this is the person that won my contest, and they can go pick it up at the museum. You go to the museum, and they'll give you the key to the car, and you take it and go in peace. Wouldn't that be? Uh, it could be true, but we won't know. I don't think we'll know that until Forrest is dead. It'd be nice to know and have a little advance. Hush money to keep it quiet that I found Moses. You know what I mean? There's a little place I'd like to get in Del Norte and turn it into a art gallery. Put another building next to this cheap foreclosure that's there, and it's right on the highway and everything, on the edge of town, with a view of the elk on the hill, and there's even the rock cliff there in Del Norte has there's some really badly eroded stuff in those rocks. I'll say is some of the stuff. I mean, you got to eat 2 peyote buttons maybe to see it. Yeah, I've never even tried peyote. Maybe it's extract, but yeah. And that was quite an experience because, yeah, I had 4 of them. Me and my friend got 4 of them. We gave 2 of them to my brother and his friend. And me and my friend, we went to the radio stations. We were partying with the DJs and having a great time. And my brother, him and his buddy, went to see the late great planet Earth. And my brother says his friend turned into the devil. He grew horns and turned red and turned into the devil, and he made his friend walk home from the theater. The drive-in was like 15 miles away. Then he quit his jobs and he had a job cleaning cars for $15 an hour at a big manufacturing company, and he left that job to go to monasteries. And he got kicked out of the monastery for going to other churches on the weekends. Did you consider some? No, I didn't consider. The one place in New Mexico I considered was between Hopewell Reservoir or Lake Hopewell and La Madera and that area. And the one other place I thought about in New Mexico was that canyon that it's south of Taos, where there's BLM land on the Rio Grande River. But he says it's not near the Rio Grande River. And when he says the Rio Grande River, he means precisely the Rio Grande River. So, Forrest knows what I'm talking about. He's going, how's that guy know all that stuff? How'd he get in my head? The heavy loads holds more people than a bus. I'll tell you that. Heavy loads will hold more people than a bus can. And yeah, it moves more people than a bus too. So that's what heavy loads are. Nobody wants to ask any questions. I kind of burned out. I had my important stuff I covered, and I don't even have any notes here, you know. But I don't even think the Brady Bunch watches my stuff because I've got some very valid information, and if he would just look it up, he wouldn't need his Viagra. I'm feeling like that Mexican guy Did he put it where? Moses has it? Yeah, I'm sure Moses has it. Yeah, you're pulling my leg. Moses ain't in the Rocky Mountains. Well, who the hell is this guy I got pictures of then? Who else would have his arms out like that? Only an omnipotent guru knows. And I think there's only one omnipotent guru in the chase. Oh, I think that's enough. Y'all have a nice day. I gotta stop laughing. I mean, I don't know if I have any pills to stop laughing. I don't have any pills to make me laugh either. I got them so my feet don't sting and my feet still feel like crap. And I got pills for my thyroid and pills for my shaky arm that has a bone spur in it and pills for my bad back. But yeah, they don't even give me any pain pills. And I have no psychiatric pills at all. I don't have any of those. They won't even say I have PTSD. When I had my entire back burned off when I was 4 years old in the shower, I was trapped in the shower. Water was spraying on my back, and I was slipping and trying to get out in the water, and I kept falling on my belly, and the water was spraying on my back. And my mother says all the skin on my back, from my neck down past my ass, all came off in one sheet. And doctor told her, well, he's lucky he pinched his cheeks. Yeah, you don't want to burn that little area in there. So, yeah, I had to live laying on my belly for weeks and weeks and have daily Physahex bath and clean. They had cleaned the scabs, cleaned my back. My mother's had jumped off the couch once, and when I hit the floor, my back cracked and started bleeding, the scab, and